Hey kiddos, today let's talk about having an opinion. So guess what? I have lots of opinions and I bet you do too. And that's great. That's great. You should absolutely have opinions. But if you are going to express those opinions, it is your responsibility to do your research. Okay. So I'm hearing a whole lot about the death of free speech and cancel culture. And shut up. That's all bullshit. The deal is that your generation has a whole lot more sway. You have a whole lot more amplification of what you say than any generation before. It's always existed, right? We've always had people who had opinions, and we also always had people who yelled really loudly and pushed people to the out, right? Cancel culture is not new. When I was a kid in church, I remember boycotting Disney. It's the same thing. You guys are just a little more effective at it because you have the internet. But that means with great power comes great responsibility. So my babies, let's talk about this, okay? It is fantastic that you have an opinion. But guess what? You're not always right. I know that hurts, but I'm not always right either. If you are always right, if you never are open to new ideas and you stop learning, you start dying. Human beings are supposed to continue to learn and grow and evolve all the way through until their deathbed. So don't be afraid, right? To learn something new, to allow your opinions or your stances to evolve, right? Because guess what? Your view, can you see that? Your view is only your view. But if you open it up a little bit, there's a bigger view out there, right? So when you have an opinion, let's just say that you think dogs are the best animal. I tend to agree. But let's say that you are in a hefty debate with someone who swears the cats are the best animal. All right. Before you get all up in their face or lose a friendship, surely you wouldn't. But why do they think cats are the best animal? Maybe they're allergic to dogs. Maybe they got bit by a dog when they were a kid. Maybe they never got to have a dog when they were a kid because mom or dad didn't like them and they only got to have cats. So that's the animal with whom they bonded. Maybe they just think it's gross when little animals walk across their cabinet tops with sand on their feet that they've also peed and pooped in. That's disgusting, y'all. Don't let your cat on your countertop. Anyway. Ask questions respectfully, right? Maybe they're coming to you and they're saying, cats are the best animal and you're stupid because you like dogs. Well, why do you like dogs better than cats? You want your opinion to be heard, right? Absolutely you do. So give that same grace to others. Now, I know that was an easy debate and nobody's going to, lose a livelihood or whatever over whether they like cats or dogs better. But even if the person with whom you are disagreeing, whether it's in real life or on social media or in the news, whatever, even if their opinion is absolutely abhorrent, by the way, that means terrible and disgusting and they should die. But even if their opinion is absolutely abhorrent, you still need to be curious and understand their worldview. Why do they have that opinion, right? Why do they feel that way, think that way, see that way? And a lot of times they just don't have a bigger worldview. And that's sad. We don't want to be stuck in our little bubble and never learn anything. So at the very least, if all they know is all they know, and they're not willing to learn anything else, That's sad for them. Maybe we shouldn't be angry. Maybe we should be sad. But you don't want to be that person, right? So read things that may have different opinions than you. I am a white woman, obviously. So I have never experienced racism in a way that my friends of color have. I read books. I read The Hate You Give, and it blew my mind. Read things that will help you understand other people's opinions. And for me, I love fiction because I can get in the mind of people that have different experiences than me. But there are also a ton of great nonfiction books out there, how to be an anti-racist, all those good things. Okay? Read. Listen to podcasts, news stories, reputable sources, friends. Listen to those things that may have an alternate view than you. This is how you learn. Now, you're going to use those critical thinking skills that we talked about in a couple of videos back, and you're going to, say, okay, where are they getting their information? What is their source? Is this someone I can trust? Is this a load of hooey? But listen and keep your mind open, right? Maybe watch movies if that's how you like to take things in. Watch movies that where people have different experiences than you. This is how you learn and grow. Make friends. Are all your friends the same race, generation, life experience as you? You're in a bubble, love. You can't live in a bubble and grow. So bust the bubble and make some new friends that have different experiences, different growing up histories, different views, different friend groups. Make new friends, okay? And then always, please, my babies, always be open-minded and respectful. Even if your new friend, your new work person, somebody you're debating online, even if they are saying something that is so terrible that you just want to vomit, be respectful. Ask questions. That's interesting that you feel that way. Can you explain to me why? Or, I've never thought of it that way. Can you help me understand where you're coming from? They may have really interesting backstories that you can begin to understand. And then let's say they're terrible and you really hate their opinion and you hope, because we always hope to make the world a better place, you hope to change that opinion, bring them over to your side a little bit, right? Respectful questioning is the way to start. So, maybe they tell you, I hate dogs because one bit me one time, and so all dogs are terrible. And you'd be like, oh, I'm so sorry that happened to you. I had a similar experience with a cat when I was a kid. It scratched me and I was allergic, so I blew up like a balloon and it was terrible. And so I'm a little traumatized by cats, so that's why I prefer dogs. But you know what? It's really interesting that we both like this animal of our choice because it makes us feel like we can care for something or it's fun to play with or whatever it is, right? You can find common ground because you, my babies, are wonderful, level-headed, grown-up people. I'm so proud of you. Always stay humble. Always stay curious. Always stay open-minded. And always stay wise. Love you. Make good choices.